Tape measurement and material is not the same, and fabric is not the same. When you put 3 inches on a tape, it looks bigger, but on a fabric has the way of sleeping on this person's body. You will not notice it. Whenever you are making a senator or a shirt, there is this measurement that are very important, and one of those measurements is called the neck measurement. You know, sometimes you see some people, they'll go and measure their neck after making their dress. You notice that the neck is so big, or it's either choking them. Do you understand? So it's a very sensitive part. So I'm going to be teaching you how to measure for a senator and a shirt neck. Any dress that the neck is supposed to come close but it's not supposed to choke you, let me teach you how to measure it. It's very sensitive. Now, the best way to measure it is just place your tape at the base of your neck. Do you understand? Place it and let it be fitted. When I say fitted, I don't mean you should choke the person. No, let it be fitted. Now, let's say what we have here is how many? 13.5. Now, when you measure 13.5, that is the fitted. Are you seeing? I'm not choking her. Neither is there any extra allowance on it. No, this is actually the fitted. Then you don't stop at that fitted. All you have to do is to add extra 2 inches to it. That is 13.5 plus 2 is what? 15.5. So this is the actual and the perfect neck measurement. Whenever you use it, there is no way the dress will not come out very, very well. Do you understand that one? So that part is very, very okay. So what we have is 15.5. In order for you to make a shirt or a senator, you guys know that a shirt and senators, they are mostly not those kind of very fitted dresses. Do you understand? Whether for a male or for a female. So it's a very sensitive measurement. Most people are confused on how to measure for it. Some persons will tell you that you put your tape, measure like this, and they, you know, do it like this without telling you exactly what to do. They'll just tell you, do it like this. If you notice it is okay. And most people don't really know exactly what to add. Do you understand? So what I'm going to be teaching us now is how to perfectly know what to add and how to get a perfect measurement for your shirt and for your senators. Okay, so now let's go. The secret is by taking a fitted measurement. Do you guys understand? Know how to take your fitted measurement. So if you are a man, if you're measuring a man or a female, it's just the same thing. Do you understand? Now look at it. Take the fitted measurement of your customer. So let's say in this case, how many inches is the fitted measurement? Let's say in this case, the fitted measurement is how many? 36 inches. Are you seeing it? Whether you are measuring a man or a female, this is the measurement you should be going for. Please, I want to let you know there are different ways of measuring. You understand? But the perfect way for you to get your measurement and for you to know what you are doing is this way. Look at it, 36 inches. Are you seeing it? Now, you will not consider, do you want it to be fitted? Do you want it to be average or do you want it to be big? Depending on what the customer wants. Do you understand? If you're making for all these customers that want it to be closer to the body, but we know what we mean by closer to the body. Not that it will just be gumming the body this way, but it will be very close to the body. Do you understand? Now, all you have to do from this 36, you have to add extra 3 inches to it. Making it how many? 39. I know most of you will think that this extra 3 inches is very big, but it is not big. See here. People might not understand. Tape measurement and material is not the same, and fabric is not the same. When you put 3 inches on a tape, it looks bigger, but on a fabric has the way of sleeping on this person's body. You will not notice it. Do you understand? So you see this extra 3 inches, I call it for a dress or a shirt or a senator that is fitted. What I mean by fitted is not like it's working on your body. Okay, you see how this polo is now. You see how this polo is? This polo is very, very big. Do you understand? But you see how it's relaxing on the body as if there's nothing there. But I can tell you this polo is more than this. What it has is more than these 3 inches. Do you understand? Okay. Then if you want average measurement. Now look at, you remember I've talked about the small measurement. Now let's talk about the average measurement. What you're supposed to do for average, if you're making dress, a senator or a shirt, you want it to be average fitting. Remember what I said? The first one I did was fitted. You understand? It's not like it's hugging the body this way, but it's just very much. Okay, now that one is 3 inches. But if you want average, is how many? 5 inches. Since we have 36 here, all you have to do is to add 5. That is how many? 41. Now, by me looking at this 41, you might be thinking it's too much. It is not too much. When you finish making it, you see how it's going to relax on the person's body. It is average extra allowance you add on shirts or on senators. Do you understand? But when you are making for these people that want their coat to be very free on their body, Do you understand? It can be a man or a female. You know all these men, fathers, they don't want their clothes in any way. Maybe they have stomach also. They don't want it in any way to come close to them. What you're supposed to add for them is at least 6 inches to it. Do you understand? So we have 36. You add extra what to it? 6 inches, making it what? 42. So 42 is more than average. Or for a person that wants their allowance to be a little bit bigger. Do you understand? Hope you guys understand it now. The fitted chest measurement plus 3 is for closely fitted. For fitted. Do you understand? Moderately fitted. Then 5 inches is for average. Do you understand? 6 inches is for more than average. Do you understand? Is it well understood?
Yes, sir.
Whenever you are making a senator, I know most of you, I've seen so many measurements. Senator measurements. Some persons will tell me that, some persons will send measurements from abroad for me. And you will now start seeing their senator length 28, 29. And you'll be wondering, like, you know, some persons will think that it is very much okay, but for me, it is not okay. For me, I usually have limits. I know where a senator is supposed to be ending. Do you understand? There is a limit to this. There is where it's supposed. So, for you to get a senator length, in case you're opportune to measure that person, this is how to measure. Now, place your tape here. Now, look at it. Some persons will tell you, I want you to stop at 26. It's a lie. You are not making a shirt. Do you understand? We are making a senator. A senator on a very good day is supposed to cover the crotch side. Do you understand? It's supposed to reach this crotch side or probably cover it. In a situation where I'm making a senator for her, now let me show you what I will use. I will use, if this is a crotch side, that is 29. Are you seeing it? I will use like 30 and above. Are you seeing it? This is how to measure for a senator. Then for those people, like if you still want to understand it in another way is, you also make sure that, turn your back, that the length of your senator, in case you want to also check it, the length of your senator must surely cover your what? Butt. Do you understand? It must surely, look at it, if it is covering the butt, are you seeing it's 29? Now see that 30 that I also use. Are you seeing that it's matching both the back and the front? Are you seeing it? Okay. You're not supposed to be wearing a senator and your senator will be hanging at your butt this way. No, you're supposed to cover it. Then another reason why your senator must cover your crotch. It's for both male and female. You know, guys, sometimes, like now, okay, this my trouser that I'm wearing is okay. Sometimes I used to wear trousers that the zipper fly has spoiled, so, but you will not know. Why? Because the top I'm wearing is actually doing what? Covering it. Do you understand? So that is why, whenever you're measuring for a senator, you make sure that it covers it. So it's only when you are measuring for a shirt that is not mandatory to cover it, because a shirt can be what? Stuffed in. But you cannot do that on a senator. Do you understand? So that is what you do. Then another thing I also need to let you know, it's better a senator keeps going down than goes up. So now, like I said, I will use 30. Even if I use 36, it will become a lower top kaftan. Do you understand? Kaftan, senator. And it will also look very nice and sexy. You guys understand what I mean? That is how to measure for a senator or a senator length. Like I've said, when you are measuring for a shirt length must not cross this crotch length. Do you understand? But now let me also give you another secret. Shirt length for female, most cases, average female, most cases usually from 28 to 27. Do you understand? Those people that say they want 26, is either that's just exactly what they want or they are very short. Do you understand? But if you want to make an average shirt for a female, 28 is there. Do you understand what I mean? Average shirt for a female, 28 inches is very much okay. Those people that are very busty and are very tall, you can actually use from 30, 31, and 32. Do you understand? This is what I'm telling you guys now. It's not actually like by measuring the person. I mean, what you should have in your mind. You guys know that sometimes when you see measurement, like I said, when you see measurement and you say this measurement is not correct, why are you saying it's not correct? Because there is something you already have in your brain. Like for shirts are usually 20, average, from average measurement of shirts are usually 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. I mean, average is 28. Then the moment it passes 28, 29, it's more than a little bit above average. 30 is for taller people, or maybe the way the customer wants it. Do you understand what I mean? It must not be for taller persons. The person who is wearing shirt of 28 can also wear shirt of 30, because that's where he or she wants it to be. Do you understand? So that is what you should know. 28 to what? 32. Do you understand? But if the person wants it to be 27, it's very much okay. But anybody who says you should do 26, be careful with that person. In the situation whereby You see that 26? Is it that when you finish sewing it, the customer will tell you it's too up, it's hanging. So whenever a customer says 26, tell the customer no, it's better at this. Just do as if you are measuring. Yeah? Just tell the customer it's better at 28. You understand? But the truth is that what you are saying is actually in your brain, not physical. You understand what I mean? If a customer chooses anything lesser than 28, you can go ahead and tell the customer 28. Do you understand? But if your customer chooses anything more than 28, you can now go ahead to measure and tell the customer. Let's say a customer chooses 32. You will now say, madam, see where 32 is. The customer will be like, no. Do you understand? Because they are now seeing exactly where 32 is. They will now have to do what? Go above. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. Okay. Now, I'm going to teach you guys how to physically get shoulder slope measurement on anybody. Do you understand? Now, most cases we just use based on standards or from our chart. Sometimes we use 1 inch as our shoulder slope, 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches, depending. But I'm going to show you guys how to physically get it from an individual. Do you understand? Remember, when we are talking about shoulder slope, let's say this is a shoulder. Looking at this shoulder, you see that it's slanted this way. Are you seeing it? This is what we call the shoulder slope. Do you understand? It's going from the neck all the way to the shoulder tip. Are you seeing it? Okay, now look at the movement. Movement is like this. Okay, so what is shoulder slope? Now let me tell you what shoulder slope is. Now, if we are to have a straight line from the neck like this, are you seeing it? Now, shoulder slope is the distance from wherever the armhole tip is, the shoulder tip is, are you seeing it? To this particular point. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Now look at it. Shoulder slope is, now look at it. This, okay, let's say, are you seeing here? Here is the shoulder tip. Are you seeing it? Okay. Shoulder slope is distance from here all the way to this straight line. Are you seeing? Now look at the straight line coming from here. And we all know that no individual shoulder is what? Straight. Can you see that the shoulder is coming like this? Now, shoulder slope is the distance from this shoulder tip down to here. Are you seeing it? So it can actually be 1, it can be 2, it can be 3, it can be 4, depending on how broad your shoulder is. So let me physically show us how to get this shoulder slope. So in order to get this, looking at the board what we did, you can see we actually marked a straight line from the neck, base part of the neck. Are you seeing it? Straight line from the base part of the neck. And look at her shoulder. You see her shoulder is coming this way. Now look at it. What is actually the shoulder slope? First of all, we need to get the shoulder tip, her shoulder tip. So let's say our shoulder tip is at this point. Are you seeing it? So the distance from here down to here is the shoulder slope. Now let's measure it up. So look at it. The distance from here down to here is our shoulder tip. So like how many inches do we have? Yeah? 2.5. Okay, so let's say what we have here now is actually how many? 2.5 from distance from here to here. So that is how you physically get a shoulder slope. Now I can tell you that her own being 2.5 is depending on how slanted her shoulder is. There are people that have more slanted or broad shoulder than her. Do you understand? So those people, their own is going to vary. It's going to be different. So this is how to physically get the shoulder slope measurement. Like I said, it's just like this. Put it like this. Let it be straight. Then if this is the shoulder tip, measure the distance from here to here. That will actually give you the what? Shoulder slope. Is that well understood? Yes, sir.